Welcome back to Mind Trick Media. Today we are, well, he doesn't know what we're doing, but I know what we're doing. We're kind of playing like a would you rather, what do you think, what would you pick type game. Game? I don't know how to put it. I'm gonna be asking him. I'm gonna be asking him questions, and he's gonna have to give me answers. And I may butt in and give my opinion because it's what I do.
It wouldn't be a Mind Trick Media video without that.
Yeah. So, first question. So, would you rather? Would you rather Dave Filoni take control over Star Wars, or George Lucas come back and write a new trilogy and then retire? So, for the foreseeable future, so 20 to 30 years, Dave Filoni is just in control. Or for like 6 years, George Lucas come back, write a trilogy, and then dip forever.
Honestly, this is actually, I don't think this is that hard of an answer for me. I think I would rather have Dave Filoni take control because, one, what if George Lucas comes in and then he were to die? One, that would fucking blow. Because then who knows what he's wrote, how far we got, and then if it's still like Disney, I don't know what's going to happen. That might be worse. And then also you already have everything that's already happened. So it's like retconning it's not going to happen. He would have to completely get control back over it again, which would take away some of the good stuff we've gotten out of Star Wars as well. Because he would probably only get his stuff back. And I just think, like, if you have somebody that's already been a part of the picture and knows Star Wars well enough, I think Dave Filoni should just take control. That's what I would pick.
That's not what I thought you were going to pick.
Yeah. Well, it's like,
I agree with you.
I just feel like, so George Lucas comes in and then he doesn't finish it. What happens? Say he were to die, which would be really bad if that were to happen, obviously. And I just don't know what would happen after that. And then we would just be splitting off this big story that does have some good parts from Disney that probably wouldn't be a part of it anymore. And it's just like, I don't even know. Because then, like, if you just take Disney Star Wars, they're kind of like a lot of filler stuff and then the sequels. And it's like, if we just get rid of all the filler stuff, I don't even know what that would mean. You know what I mean? Does he just come and work for Disney? Because if that's the case... Really no, because he's just going to make what he wants, and then that's probably going to conflict with everything else that's happened.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought about. I know the retcon thing is like something that a lot of people want. I think there's only like legitimately like two ways you can do it, and they're both going to be sloppy. Mm-hmm. It would have to be legit if George or Dave Filoni is like, fuck all this shit, and like really does change it, and or down the line someone does, but... kind of what you said, like, I don't know what he would come in and make that it would be worth it. Because he would have to make a trilogy that's either in between 6 and 7, which then he'd still have parameters he'd have to hit. Or he'd have to make a trilogy involving the Old Republic, which could be good, but we already are kind of upset with how they... like use legend stories anyways. That dude's 100. Well, I mean, he's not gonna go there and read the shit. Right. So,
and like we talked about it before, like he was also gonna create legends in canon, basically. Like I'm sure there would have been like a difference between how Disney did it versus how he was gonna do it, but he technically was gonna do that. So would he even take it into consideration anyways, or would he just make something? So, I don't know. So, yeah, I'd rather just have Dave Filoni take it over. We've already established what Star Wars has become, and I think Dave Filoni's projects could be good. Like, he's already working on projects that have been good, have hella potential, and then, yeah, I'd rather Dave Filoni take over.
All right. Who wins if Yoda and Obi-Wan swap in Revenge of the Sith? Anakin versus Yoda on Mustafar, and Sidious versus Obi-Wan in Coruscant.
I kind of think that Sidious beats Obi-Wan. I don't think that's going to be much of a fight. As much as I love Obi-Wan, as much as Obi-Wan's done really good, say, against Anakin and, like, Vader, I just don't see it at all. And I don't know if this is a hot take or not. I think Anakin's beating Yoda.
I don't think it's necessarily a hot take, but I do think it's a weird fight.
It is a weird fight.
Because I low-key think that Yoda would fight dirty.
I don't know what I think. I don't know if I think Yoda's going to try to, like, talk to him or if he's just going to go all out. Because if they both go all out, I don't know. Because I don't feel like Anakin has, like, a super deep relationship with Yoda. We only see, like...
He has a better relationship with him than a lot of people.
That's true. But I still don't think it's a good enough relationship that he would give a fuck at all. And he already didn't really give a fuck at all with Obi-Wan, and that's completely different than Yoda. So I'm just like, would he, like, be stronger because of that? Because he doesn't have an attachment to it.
Do you think Yoda would, like, try to get him to stop?
That's what I don't know. Because if Yoda does, Yoda's fucked. Completely.
You don't think he could talk him out of it?
No. I think he's gone.
So you just think he was gone no matter what? Because if there was someone to talk him out of it, it would have been Yoda.
That is true. But it depends on the scenario. Does Yoda just show up? Does Yoda show up with Padme? How's it happening? Because, like... I'm assuming it's on...
You think if he goes to see Padme that she has a different response to Yoda than she does Obi-Wan? I think she might have a different response to Yoda. To be fair, though, she does think the Jedi rebelled at that point. Like, she can't believe it, but that's the only thing she can believe.
I don't know. I think Anakin's going to beat him. Because I...
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if Yoda fights.
We got two... hella offensive forms, right? Yoda's acrobatic form 4, and then Anakin's aggressive form 5. I think Anakin's gonna have more endurance than Yoda. I feel like that's just...
I think it comes down to Yoda's force abilities.
Which would be basically carrying him through his attacks. I don't think he could last long enough.
Like, we see that in the Clone Wars, too, where, like obviously, like, Mace does it, but, like, Anakin kind of feeds on his opponent. Like, we kind of see where do you think Yoda just goes, like, off the deep end? Just doesn't fucking care. Just
you know
embrace whatever he wants to embrace, because he definitely understands the dark side, and, like...
Well, what if Yoda, you know how he did, like, his Will's mission and saw the version of himself that could be, like, the dark side? Do you think that could play...
That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
Like, do you think he just goes, like, to the dark side to fight him? Because I can't imagine the ability.
I still think at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what Yoda does. I don't think he has the endurance.
Well, I think it's more of, like, does he even fight him?
Well, in that case, I still think he just loses. I think it's going to be a hell of a fight. It would be a hell of a fight. If you thought, like... Anakin versus Obi-Wan was, like, a good duel. Like, I feel like this Yoda one could be better. Because that's, like, kind of animated. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't be, like, two humans going at it. Like, in real life, filming it.
Yeah.
I think it could be awesome. But I think just at the end of the day, if Yoda doesn't fight, I think he's losing. If Yoda does fight, I don't think he lasts long enough.
I think the issue, too, is that when Obi-Wan was fighting Anakin, they were kind of pulling punches and shit to an extent. But, like, my thing is I feel like... I think Anakin would underestimate Yoda.
I don't think they were pulling punches because I feel like the novelization tells us that. Obi-Wan tried to fucking disassemble his robotic arm.
Yeah, well... Obviously, it's not.
That's fucking crazy.
That's not canon.
The book is, yeah.
I mean, it's hard to say it is when they don't do 90% of what happens in that book.
I mean, it's a book.
The
only thing about that book that I think's fucked up is Anakin was in the room the whole time when Mace Windu and Palpatine were fighting.
Yeah, he watched it.
That's the only thing that I was like, what? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
I mean, it kind of does. He's just watching.
Yeah, but like with how he walks into the room with Mace Windu, basically about to kill Sidious and shit, I feel like that plays a huge weight into the turning point of the movie. And then in the book, he's just there.
I feel like it'd be the same way because Mace he sees that Mace Windu can overpower him.
I don't know, but I still just think Obi-Wan gets fucking killed.
I don't think Obi-Wan has a chance.
I don't think he has a chance in hell. And then
my thing, dude, the thing with Yoda that's weird though too is like we don't know full potential Yoda. Like, what? And that's the other thing too. I think Anakin would underestimate Yoda in the sense that I think Yoda wouldn't try to kill him.
I don't think so. I think
But that's the thing. Palpatine underestimated him. Dooku underestimated him.
I think if you go based off the dialogue in the movie where he's like, you shouldn't underestimate any of the Jedi. They're relentless. I don't think so. I don't think Anakin's going to underestimate him.
Well, that was like a play.
I think the only reason why we think Anakin's like so mentally disoriented at this point is just because Obi-Wan was there. If Obi-Wan's not there, I think he's mentally sharp.
Well, I think Padme did it more than anything.
Well, yeah, but then Obi-Wan shows up and the relationship plays a huge factor as well.
That's what I'm saying. I think the conversation goes a lot different if Yoda's there. I don't think honestly, I don't know if Obi-Wan or if Anakin tries to kill Yoda instantly.
But still, if you're asking me who I think wins, is that what you're asking me?
Kind of just how the situation would play out more. Sidious and Obi-Wan, I was asking more who would win, but that was
I don't think so because I think a good example of like Yoda just being all in to attack is we see Yoda and Obi-Wan when they're killing the clones, and then you have Ahsoka in the Clone Wars like, I'm not going to kill any of them. I think Yoda's already past the point of giving a fuck. That I think Yoda's just going to fight.
But that's what I'm saying. He's smarter. He would strategically fight Anakin.
Well, right, but I think
he's not going to just gun blaze at Anakin.
Well, yeah, but I don't think he's going to go and try to stop him. I think that fight starts as like, I'm not going to fucking, I know you're gone. I don't know. I think
also, like, the reason why Yoda went to fight Palpatine is he thought that he could stop him. Like,
well, I don't know about that.
Of what was happening.
I don't know about that, but he literally said Obi-Wan didn't have a chance, which is...
Well, well, to be honest, I don't know why they didn't double team.
Well, they didn't. I don't think they really knew the full grasp of the situation on Anakin's part. Like
That's why I think they should have went and double team the Emperor.
Right.
Because if you kill him, it's going to be way easier to deal with Anakin if the Palpatine's
just that also could have been bad for them, considering that Yoda could have been Obi-Wan could have been a liability for Yoda and held him back.
That's what I'm saying. Obi-Wan probably would have died, but I think Yoda had a better shot against Palpatine.
I don't know. That's kind of like the Kit Fisto thing where he just gave up his life. I don't know if you guys knew this, but in the Darth Sidious fight against Mace Windu, when they all go to arrest Mace Windu, basically.
Nope. They arrest Palpatine.
Whatever. When they go to
arrest Mace Windu.
When they go to arrest Palpatine, obviously the two Jedi just die immediately. Yeah. And, which is also, I don't know if you guys knew this, was a Force ability. So when Palpatine screams when he lunges at them, it's a Force ability that kind of disorients you from using the Force, which is why they die so easily. I know the movie does not.
It was basically him fighting humans, just normal. Well, not humans, but just normal ass people.
Just normal people, and then you have Kit Fisto that lasted 3 seconds.
Is that 100% in the book?
I'm pretty sure he has a moment where he thinks to himself. He's like, I'm in the way of this fight, and I need to get out of the way.
Walked away.
I think he did that. I think he sacrificed himself to try to give Mace Windu to have a blow opportunity, to be able to strike, because he would have been distracted killing Kit Fisto. Right? I don't know. But I mean, dude, we had 4 people go after him, and they didn't do it. So
to be fair, he brought scrubs with him.
Well, that's the only people that were there.
Yeah, I mean, he should have brought Anakin.
Anakin should have been brought. Yes, I agree. But I don't know. I think if they duel, I think Yoda loses to Anakin. That's just what I think. I don't think he has the endurance to keep going, and I don't think Yoda Anakin
would just. I think Yoda would fight dirty shit. I think he'd be throwing lava at him, which I just realized. I don't know why that didn't happen, but
is that possible?
I mean, they can lift water, can't they? Why couldn't they like force
Have they lifted
push?
water?
I don't know. I mean, they could have forced a rock into the lava at them and it like shot lava on them.
I think it was just so. This is the problem with this fight. Is this fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan is just so personal that it doesn't like everything else. Like you said, why weren't they doing this? Why weren't they doing that? And it's like they just wanted to beat the fuck out of each other, just because of the relationship. You know what I mean?
Well, Anakin did.
Huh?
Anakin wanted
Well,
the
yeah.
shit out of him.
But I don't know. I see Anakin beating Yoda at this point. And then you have Anakin that's not fucked up, that turns into, well, Vader that's not fucked up, turning into what we know as Vader. I think he beats Yoda.
I think Yoda would pull some bullshit too, though.
Oh, I think the fight would be spectacular. I think it would be crazy as fuck because you have the acrobatic Form 4. I just think, I think it's a crazy fight. I think it could go very hard.
The fight would go so much different than what you're... Because I barely think they would use lightsabers. Yoda would try to not use a lightsaber as much as possible.
What if Yoda tried to like actually test him with Force abilities, and then we got to see, got to see closer to like fucking full potential Anakin?
I mean, that's the other thing too. I mean, we saw Palpatine fighting. Palpatine could not hold his own against Yoda. He had to use the Force to get Yoda away from him.
That's true.
I don't know, dude.
But the problem with Anakin is we know that he's nowhere near his full potential.
I think Yoda's just that much smarter than him that I think it's closer than what you think.
Oh, I don't think it's like
I
don't think it's easy.
I think we might be losing limbs and shit.
Okay, well, maybe, but I don't think it's easy. I'm not saying that, not at all. I think Obi-Wan gets killed easily. But I don't think it's an easy fight. I think it could be, dude. I don't know. The difference is the fight happened the way it happened, just so it was super personal, and it's hard to sit here and try to like. We could come up with scenario after scenario. Like you have Dark Side Yoda that we get to see in the Clone Wars, like a glimpse of it or whatever. You get to see full potential Anakin, which Yoda could try to draw out using Force abilities. Like he might do that just because he wants to see it. You know what I mean? And then you have Yoda's awesome duelist. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. But I feel like Anakin comes out on top. I don't even really know how, to be honest. But I think he comes out on top.
All right. We have a couple of these, and these are actually like we're talking way more than I thought we were going to. Which I don't know why I thought that, but if you could have picked a Grandmaster during the Clone Wars era, who would you have picked?
To be the Grandmaster?
Yeah, can't pick Yoda.
Who do I just want to be it, or who do I think should be it?
I mean, you should probably give me a reason. And I'll just do the prequel era. Don't have to necessarily be the Clone Wars era, but the prequel era. You got to pick someone in the Jedi Order to be the Grandmaster.
I feel like you asked me this question because you want me to say Qui-Gon.
I mean, not necessarily.
I don't think Qui-Gon would be a good fit because of him like rebelling against the council. He wasn't even on the council. You know
That's
what I
what
mean?
I'm saying. He would be the council. But you also could say Count Dooku before he flips. You could say Obi-Wan.
I think there's only two options for me. If we're gonna keep the story how it is, I would say Mace Windu. If we're going to want to change the story and make it to where the overarching, like, the Jedi don't fuck up as much, they're not the reasons for a bunch of shit, then it would be Qui-Gon.
I think Plo Koon's a good pick.
I think Plo Koon's a good pick too, but I think that Mace Windu and Qui-Gon are heavier hitters in canon. Because I think Qui-Gon, if Qui-Gon gets on the council would... It'd just be, the whole story would be completely different. Everything would be different. And then you have, like, if you kept it exactly the same, I think Mace Windu would have kept it exactly how it was. And I think he's...
I don't know. Because Anakin's story would change differently.
I don't think so. I think
his perception of Anakin would definitely keep Anakin lower in rankings and with less responsibility. Like, he never would have given him a Padawan.
That is true.
But that's the thing. Does that help Anakin or hurt Anakin?
I've said before on this podcast multiple times that I think if Ahsoka doesn't leave, the story changes drastically.
That's what I'm saying. If you put Mason, I don't think he
It
gets in the Padawan.
literally in Rebels, I know it's like a Force vision that she's having, but Anakin literally says to her, "You weren't there when I needed you," and it's just like I really believe if Ahsoka doesn't leave, I think the story is drastically different just from Ahsoka.
But that's why I also think Plo Koon being
Right.
that would have been better too, because he never would have accused Ahsoka and went that far with it.
Well, that's kind of like what I'm saying. Like, I think if we're keeping the story the same, I think Mace Windu would have kept it relatively the same, or very similar to how the story has happened.
What's what I'm saying though with Ahsoka though? I still think Mace would never have given Ahsoka to him.
Well, the only thing that would be different is Ahsoka, I feel like. Everything else would be relatively the same. If you want to have hella change, I think Plo Koon could be, but I think Qui-Gon would be a better person.
All right. If you were to pick a Sith Master for you, who would it be and why?
I have one in my head, and I'm trying to find a reason to not choose him. Man, I just think it has to be Darth Bane.
I think that's terrifying.
I think
He treats her like shit.
I think if I want to have potential to learn so much, I think it's from him.
I think Revan's a good pick.
He learns from Revan.
Yeah, but that's my thing is that Revan
I think, but
still
Bane's
has that ability to not just be a complete piece of shit and kill everybody he wants. Just because he has that Jedi still a part of him. Where, like, Bane legit, like, some of the shit he does is fucked
I
up.
think Bane's philosophy, though, is where he separates himself from everybody else. He got the idea of his philosophy from Revan, but I think Bane's philosophy, where how he believes if all the Sith are gone, or they weren't even called Sith then, but if all the dark side users are gone, he can hone the dark side to himself, and then you have somebody that just wants to learn and crave the knowledge. You have all of these holocrons and shit. I think Bane for me.
Yeah, but his philosophy doesn't terrify you. You literally have to get strong enough to kill him, and if you don't, you fucking die.
If I need a Sith master to be the best Sith, yeah. Listen, I'm a Sith in this scenario. I want to be the best. I got to learn from somebody to make me the most terrifying.
I don't know if I would say he's the best
master.
Sith.
No, I don't think that either. But I think he would be the best master for just different reasons, like his philosophy, how he.
I think Plagueis would be a good master.
Plagueis would be a good one too. Those are like the two for me. I'm not even really considering Revan. The only reason why I'd consider Revan is just because he's that guy. He's that guy.
I think he's one of those characters that if he doesn't continue to make dumb decisions, he like lives for so much longer than what he does.
Well, I just feel
he
like
kept trying to fight Vitiate.
So like one problem I have with Sidious is I feel like Sidious is like you have that meme with Sidious where he has the old guy on the chessboard in the Clone Wars, and he's like, "Oh, the Republic makes a move," and then he goes over to the other side. It's like, "Oh, the Separatist makes a move," and he's just making all the moves for the Clone Wars. And yeah, you have that where he's strategic, but at the same time, he killed Plagueis way too early. Like he could have learned so much from Plagueis, like with the Metachlorians and shit like that he just decided not to learn. So I'm just like, why?
I mean, he knew a lot of it.
Oh, I'm not saying that, but like I feel like he could have probably learned how to do what Plagueis was trying to do, like, and do it better if he really wanted to.
But I don't think he did.
Want to?
Like Plagueis was trying to build an army basically, and that's not what Palpatine wanted.
I don't know.
Wanted an empire.
I think you have Bane's vision. I think you have his philosophy, and even Plagueis. Plagueis went away from that.
That's why I think Plagueis is a good answer. I think that might be the best answer. If not, I think Revan's a good answer too. Who the fuck is fucking with Revan if... Like, imagine Malak being better than what he was.
Malak was good, though.
Yeah.
As much as I hate Malik because he's a
Imagine
bitch.
him being better. Because that was in an
I
era
don't
where you
know.
didn't even the only reason you tried to kill your master was because you just wanted power, not because they went to the rule 2 where you had to kill your master.
I kind of have this just gut feeling that I just would want it to be Bane
That's scary.
because I feel
You
like
might need to get checked.
right. You asked me the question. I gave you an answer.
I want someone to choose me that's gonna treat me like shit and then tell me, if you don't kill me, I'll kill you. That's such an insane thing. Like it makes, for his philosophy, it makes perfect sense. It's so crazy though.
He's fucking batshit crazy, dude. I just
Yeah.
if I want to be the best I can be and be batshit crazy,
To be fair, I think if he doesn't have the apprentice he has, he wins. The only reason why he loses is
He
because she has
lost?
Sith magic.
yeah, he fucking did that to himself.
Yeah, I know.
This is stupid.
Should have killed her earlier if he didn't want her to kill him.
Right.
But, I mean, she continued what he wanted her to do.
I don't know. I have the theory at the end of that book where I think he didn't die.
I mean, it don't matter anyways, because I think down the line, like, someone, like, cuts off that ability anyway.
Xana trained her apprentice
Yeah.
to block the essence of transfer to where
Which
Bane,
makes me think it doesn't really... Like, whatever essence he had, like, it just wasn't good enough anyway.
Well, she won, but I think there was some kind of, like, part of him still there.
Yeah.
But she technically won.
It's the way you're a Sith Force Ghost. You just sit in your apprentices' bodies.
Kind of like just flicking at their brain, like, hey, do this.
Ready?
Yeah. What
Pick-
question are we on?
I have no clue. I didn't label them. Like 5, 4.
Jesus.
Pick a Force ability from a canon character.
That I want?
You get to pick one Force
Okay,
ability.
well, I'm like, force push, because, like, that's just one. You know what I mean? You just said say one.
Pick one that's like yours. Sorry. Pick a Force ability to keep from a canon character. I thought that was clear.
This is bugging you.
Now you're just buying time till you have an answer. So you have lightning, you have force choke, you have force pull. There's plenty of them.
I know. What's the best one?
Force judgment. Shatter points. What's the field one again? I forget the name of it.
The field one?
Yeah, you like.
What's shatter points again?
It's where like Mace can like pick out your weaknesses. He can like see them. The one where you use your ability as like a force bubble, and you can like enhance everybody that you want in the force.
Oh, it's just force meditation, isn't it?
I think it's called something else.
Or battle meditation.
Battle meditation is what it is.
Fuck that. I want to be the better one.
Force echo.
What's the force ability called where Vader uses it?
Force screech.
No. It's basically the ability Yoda uses it too, where you can stop the force lightning, stop the blaster bolts, and you can like grab a lightsaber.
Well, Vader's is weird because there's like different things for Vader depending on what legend you use. They like some people say that the reason he can stop him is because he collects Sith artifacts, and he actually collects this Sith amulet that he keeps around his hand, and it basically can stop bullets and shit like that. Like his is a little weird, like because like depending on what you read, like he has different abilities. Like supposedly Vader wore a ton of Sith artifact shit that had crazy abilities, but we never see that because it's legends. But I don't necessarily. I think that's just like he just balls up enough force, a bit like potential.
You know what?
To just shove the force back.
I can't choose if I want to have like a dark side force ability or a light side force ability, so I'm gonna pick force judgment because I feel like that's a good middle ground of the two, where I'm kind of using force lightning, but I'm also using it in a way that's kind of just to disable somebody versus just killing them outright.
I like Force Echo. That shit's cool. I mean, you get a
Yeah.
Force Vision too. That's terrifying though.
Yeah, I don't want it. I thought
Talk about
it.
keeping you up at night.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, no thanks.
If you guys don't know what Force Echo is, it's basically like you can touch objects and like see the past from someone who, like, if someone
That's
owns a
also
lightsaber
terrifying,
handle.
too.
I mean, not really. It's cool as shit. You just walk into anywhere and be like, "That's that dude's lightsaber," and you just get a Force vision of about their life and who they are. Be very useful if they had that in the Clone Wars. Other than, who has it?
In canon, Quinlan Voss,
Quinlan has it,
and
but
then
he's
Cal
useless.
Kestis has it too.
Yeah. Little too late, buddy. Could have used that 15 years ago.
Yeah, he uses it throughout the games a lot.
So you picked Force Judgment.
Yeah, because I can't decide if I want to pick a good like a light side force ability or a dark side force ability, and I don't want to pick a basic one either. So I'm gonna go Force Judgment because I feel like it's a good middle ground.
And Force Deception. That one's cool too. What fucking Palpatine can do is crazy.
Yeah.
Next one. Who has the most drip in the Star Wars universe?
Hondo Ohnaka.
No. Andor has some drip. Padme has some drip. Palpatine low-key kind of has some drip. Some of his outfits suck, but like... Who's got the most aura points in Star Wars?
Obi-Wan.
I don't know, dude. Obi-Wan's a good answer, but I think Mace has some fucking aura points too.
Oh, I think it's Obi-Wan.
The way Mace like will jump down into shit. Like there's a specific scene in the Clone Wars where he like jumps down into something. I think he jumps with Obi-Wan, and they both just land in a pit with fucking just droids. I'm like, they're about to fuck some shit up.
Drip? Lando.
That's a good
Yeah,
answer.
Lando. What are we talking about? I literally just saw him in face with Lando.
That's a good answer.
That's the answer. Like, come on.
Leia has some drip too, but we don't get to see a lot of it.
I think it's Lando. Like, what we get to see, it's Lando.
I'm trying to think of other ones that are like good options. Fucking why am I blanking on her
Mon
name?
Mothma.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. She has some drip too. Honestly, all the senators got it. Dude, they be spending their fucking credits on shit, dude. Besides Bale, that shit sucks.
Not a flashy guy.
Lando just be wearing shit.
I think it's Lando.
Alright. If you could pick any actor to play a Star Wars character, who would it be and what character would you choose? Now, this can be a recast. This could be a new character, like a Legends become a new character.
Keanu Reeves playing Revan.
Okay, that was quite easy. Or the other option would be if you were going to make a new Star Wars movie, if you could have a character, like someone play a character.
Keanu Reeves playing Revan. Not even close. I don't want to recast anyone because I feel like it's not Star Wars anymore.
I mean, you could recast like aliens and like be voice actors.
No, I don't really care. I don't want to recast. I don't like the idea of just recasting. So no, not recast. I would rather just come.
You could pick Omega's actress. Who the fuck would play Omega's actress?
Omega. I don't know.
I'd have to have someone with like a like kind of like a New Zealand Australian accent.
Keanu Reeves is Revan. Is the
I was
answer.
just like, I
That's
thought your
the
answer
answer.
was Keanu Reeves. I was like, what?
No,
All right.
that's the answer.
I have no clue what mine would be. Yeah, whatever. If you had to delete a Star Wars movie from the original 6, which would it be?
I was like, delete one. We already know the answer to that.
There's a couple fucking answers
From the original 6.
from the original 6. And everything that is about that movie gets deleted as well. So, He's currently looking at the posters in our. This isn't a studio, but he's currently looking at the posters in the background of the shot. He's clearly picking Revenge of the Sith. So next, honestly,
There's so
you're
much
looking that way. That's way harder of a delete
Right.
side than the other ones.
It's impossible.
I think there's an easy answer.
It's impossible to delete the first three. No matter what the fuck you think of the prequels, it is impossible. It sets up everything.
I think there's an easy answer. Like, I do think it would fuck a lot of shit up, but I feel like it could happen later and it not matter.
What are you thinking? 4?
I think it's 4.
It's gonna piss a lot of people off.
I know, but like,
Dude, okay, listen. The first movie, the Sith come back. Just in general, fucking can't get rid of that. The Clone Wars being set up in the second one, can't get rid of that. Revenge of the Sith, best Star Wars movie. Don't give a fuck.
I think the answer is 4 or 2.
I don't think it can be 2 because 2 sets up the war.
The war could just start later.
I don't know.
Like, you just wouldn't set up the war that way.
So, 4. Basically, we get introduced to everybody. Darth Vader kills Obi-Wan. What else happens? I guess that's the movie.
They blow up the Death Star.
Blow up the Death Star. That happens again, so who cares?
Big whoop.
the Death Star is just as complete in Revenge. Oh no, it's not. It's not complete in Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, it's got to be 4. The least amount of stuff that is that's significantly important to the overarching full story happens.
I know I said it first, but you're the one saying all the details.
Well,
Yell at him.
it has to be 4. You can't get rid of. You can't get rid
I mean,
of
you
5.
get rid of 6.
No, you can't get. That's how it ends it.
You could end at 5.
I am your father. Done.
No, and then you kick Luke out the back, or Luke falls, and he just falls to his death.
Or just Luke dies and then it's over. Bad guys won. First time ever the bad guys actually just completely won. It's got to be 4. I'm not saying there's not important stuff in developing the story, not at all. But like, it's 4. It's 4.
To not counter, but to add, who do you think has the worst performance in the original trilogy, or your least favorite character in the original trilogy? If you can do the performance one, answer that. But if you can't, so who has the worst performance, like actor-wise?
In the original trilogy.
Yes. Damn, this is about to fucking be heat. This is coming in hot. So, for example, you have Luke, you have Leia, you have Han, you have Vader, you have Tarkin.
Fuck. No matter what I say is going to piss everybody off. It doesn't matter what I say. It pisses everybody off.
Question.
No, it's not. It's a bullshit question.
I wrote that one. I'm like, this is gonna be awesome off the back end of that other one.
What's the reread the question again?
Who do you think has the worst performance in the original trilogy? You have Lando. You have Boba. You have Jabba. You have the Emperor. And don't say some bullshit character either.
I'm gonna say Boba.
Really?
I'm gonna say Boba because I can't fucking pick one of the main actors without pissing everybody off. And then I know I'm gonna piss people off saying Boba, but like, dude, we have Boba Fett. He's supposed to be this menacing ass character, and then just the way he dies in the original trilogy.
I mean, he got fucked up by Luke.
Underwhelming as hell.
He
No, he didn't. Han killed him. Han's the one that hit it the jetpack and fucked up the jetpack.
Whatever. Is that even true? I don't even know.
Yes, it's Boba Fett.
That doesn't.
It's
that whole
Boba
scene's
Fett.
just weird, but. All right.
What was the second part of that?
Or you could pick your least favorite character. You were supposed to pick like an actor, but but Boba works, I guess.
Fuck that.
I mean, Boba's played by a person. I'm not gonna
My
say.
least favorite character?
Yeah.
I hate the one like dude that's Jabba the Hutt's like fucking assistant or
I
whatever.
knew
the fuck
exactly
he
what you
is.
were gonna say, and I like you saying that made me forget his name.
Yeah.
Bib Fortuna, right?
Yeah, I don't know. He's gross.
I don't know if that's right or not.
Or the fucking, I guess, yeah.
Salacious B. Crumb.
Yeah, fuck that. Okay, next question.
What is the worst scene in Star Wars? God. I said in Star Wars.
Oh. All of the Acolyte.
Okay. Ground rules. What's the worst scene in a movie?
Oh my god. Rey Skywalker.
That's what you're choosing?
In Star Wars?
Worst scene in a movie, in a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
That's the worst scene?
It's fucking up there. Or somehow Palpatine returned.
That's a good one. The fight scene in 8.
Dude.
That scene fucking blows. Oh, dude, I guess I'm talking about the first, like the Kylo and Rey against Snoke.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Dude.
The one at the end sucks too.
Just
but
remove everything.
What? Oh. Pick from the first 6. What's the worst scene? We should have just kept saying original. Our producer buddy did.
It's definitely not the scene that all you guys are going to say, just saying.
What scene?
The I don't like sand.
Oh.
It's
That's
fucking-
not worth using.
The worst scene. I'm going to pick up some power converters. It's annoying. God damn it.
A lot of people dislike the scene with Jar Jar in the first one where he like sticks his tongue into the front of A lot of people hate that scene. It's like because he's just there for no fucking reason. It's like that's the point. Oh, Annie. Dude, honestly, Padme dressing up in that skimpy ass like black lingerie and being like, Annie, we can't do anything by this fireplace in the midnight. Go fuck yourself.
In the dim light.
Yeah, in the dimmed light. I did my makeup perfectly and wore that nice perfume. And you're a hormonal teenager. I can't.
The worst scene. Good God.
You think everybody loves the trash compactor scene?
No, people hate that shit. They're like, why the fuck is this in the
I don't
movie?
see people talk about it a lot, but
Because people don't like it. God damn it.
Leia slamming Luke.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like it has to be that because I feel
you
like
fucking hate the opening scene in Return of the Jedi. Happy day by the He-Potter. Whatever the hell she's saying.
I don't know.
You don't like the Max Rebo band?
It's got to be fucking Leia kissing Luke. He's like, why is that in the movie?
Cause she's supposed to be making Han jealous because she likes Han.
She
doesn't
literally
know
said,
it's her brother.
She says in the next movie she's always known.
Okay, that's a slip up. We have them every once in a while.
Okay, listen.
Maybe the kiss she like felt familiar.
Why did it feel like I kissed myself?
I just
I'm just
felt
gonna
like.
listen. I'm just gonna go with that one. I feel like it's completely. I think
mean,
it's
to be
unnecessary.
fair, they do have like, what's that called? Not a dyad. What's the other one? Like divergence in the Force.
The virgins.
Diverge. What is that called? Where like she could feel Luke from across the galaxy. That sounded wild. But like Luke, like if she's in trouble, Luke knows from across the galaxy. And scene.
It's a dyad. It's what that is.
No, but there's another one. I don't fucking know. It don't matter.
It's the kissing scene. It doesn't need to happen because you say the jealousy thing. He's already jealous because Luke's the hero. So it doesn't matter.
He just saved Luke.
Yeah, from that, but like that wasn't like a heroic.
Hello, Dee.
It wasn't like blowing up the Death Star. You know what I mean? And dude, it's just like
Han became a captain after that. He don't give a shit.
yeah, I'm going with that scene. Next question.
All right.
How many more?
2. If you could make a character change how they like something they chose in a situation in the Star Wars universe, what would it have been? So I feel like there's a lot of answers. I don't want to give any.
Yeah, there's a fucking million.
Yeah, but like pick one that you would have changed. Like some people would say they still just
Are we going based just off this first 6 movies? Is that all
I
we're
mean,
doing?
we can. I mean, this is one where we could do all of them.
Well, it's like
Kylo cuts Rey's head off in the 7th movie.
I was thinking more Clone Wars,
I mean, you can.
like not just accusing Ahsoka.
It's a good answer.
I think not accusing Ahsoka, not sending Anakin to Utapau with Obi-Wan. I think that was a mistake.
I don't think they wanted a war on Utapau. Anakin would have started a war. I do think they should have said more than just Obi-Wan, but it was also like a recon.
I think they should have said Anakin because everything that was happening, it was just getting the trust to not be there anymore, and not
Yeah,
sending him
but
there.
like the whole purpose of Anakin not going is because they think they're playing a card against Palpatine, but they played the wrong card. Palpatine wanted them to think that he wanted them to, wanted him to go to where he would keep him there. You know what I mean? Like the council would have sent Anakin, but because Palpatine told them to, they didn't send Anakin, which is what Palpatine wanted. He wanted him to be on Coruscant.
You know how my brain's working when you ask me these questions?
It
You ever
doesn't.
seen the video? And I showed it to you years ago. It was on TikTok, and it was like every single Clone Wars episode in 20 minutes. So
It's
they were
really
all
kinda-
overlapped of each other, all 150 of them or whatever. And that's how my brain works when I think about Star Wars. Yeah, I think not
I
accusing.
mean, another one is Mace bringing Anakin, or Obi-Wan and Yoda both going after the Emperor. Or well, not the Emperor.
I want to
Sidious.
change Ahsoka, the Ahsoka, and Ahsoka not like leaving the Order. I would like to see how that would play out because I believe it could change the story.
Them making Anakin a master.
Right.
No, I'm saying that's another. That's another
that
option.
would have led to that because of how it works is if she passes her trials, he becomes a master. That's normally how things happen.
I mean, it's not how it
that's
works.
yeah, but that's
like,
normally what happens.
yeah.
And that would have changed that. So that's what I'm saying. I think Ahsoka leaving changes so much shit, and I would like to see her stay and see what happens.
All
I don't even want to change anything else about the story. I just want Ahsoka to not be accused, not leave the Order.
Well, she
And
was going to
then-
be accused, but maybe they didn't go about it in a better way.
Right. I think if she doesn't leave, I personally think the story changes, but I would like to just see how it would unfold.
Guilty until proven innocent. It's not how it's supposed to
Yeah.
work.
Hey, she was guilty until she was proven innocent. That's not how that shit works.
That's
but-
what I said.
Right, but like it was bad. Yeah, I would change that because I want to see how that changes the story because I feel like it changes it. It will change it a lot. But I would like to just see what would happen. Okay, what's your final bullshit question? I can see your face.
Do you want Ahsoka to die in Ahsoka season 2?
In season 2, I think if they're bringing in the Mortis gods to this shit, and making it a significant part of the story, and she like say is like basically the daughter after what happened in the Mortis God arc, yeah. I mean, I don't want to see her die.
I want her to die.
But I think if we're going to make the Mortis God super important, it's a way to kill her and then her possibly have a more significant meaning.
My biggest thing with the path they're going, I just don't think it makes any sense.
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing.
Because they're going to deviate from Legends because Luke fights the Mortis gods with... Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. And on top of that, like...
Well, we already talked that they don't care about Legends.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But so, like, even if they do fight the Mortis gods and, like, it still doesn't make sense for 7, 8, 9. Like, it's almost like two different fucking Star Wars that they're doing at the same fucking time.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to see her die because I think it opens up more meaning for her character. And that's all it is to it. Do I want to see Ahsoka die? No. But if they're doing things that I think they might be going down the path with the Mortis gods, I think she could play a more significant role.
Final question.
So that was the final question.
I added a new one. Do you want them, by the end of this run of Mando, Heir to the Empire, whatever they're finishing with, do you want them to end the Obi-Wan, Anakin, Ahsoka, like, era?
Like, do I want... Well, they're not going to because they're still making, like, Maul and stuff where these
I know,
characters...
but that's going to come out before that final movie comes out. That final movie of the, like, Heir to the Empire stretch, do you want them to wrap up and end the Anakin, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, Rebels, Clone Wars line?
So basically the Skywalker saga.
Yes.
As much as I hate and I've talked shit about them staying in the Skywalker saga, I still think there's filler parts where they could put shit in.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. He's like, but it's not about them. They're done.
Do I want that?
Or does it just need to be that way?
I think you could have a lot of stuff in between episode 1 and 2.
That's about them?
About Anakin. For the 9 years in between the movies. Or 10
I
years.
think Obi-Wan's story would be just as or more interesting.
Right.
But at that, like, we're never getting that.
It's not happening. That's what the question is.
I know, but we're never getting that. Like,
and I'm going to say no, I don't want it to be over because you could get shit like that.
I don't think we'll ever get anything like that.
Well,
there's
not much more to do, which is the issue. So it's like if you're asking me, like, if I just say no, I don't want it, or yes, I want them to stop, it doesn't really matter. Because, like, you have in between the first and second movie, and then maybe, like, if they're actually legit about Kenobi Season 2, which I still have no fucking clue. Been seeing more shit about it, none from fucking reliable sources, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like Star Wars, Disney, you know.
And then you have anything you could do, right? And then anything you could do with Vader, like with Post Order 60. Then no,
Well, it's not Anakin.
Okay, so actually Anakin.
Yeah, like the trio of Anakin, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka. Does their story need to be done?
I don't think there's much more to do besides in between the first and second movie with Anakin and Obi-Wan.
And that's what I mean. Should it be done?
Probably.
Okay.
Then you
could say no, and you could say like.
I think Ahsoka's story's wrapped up pretty well. So
more of the question is, do we need more from them?
I don't think we need it, but I think it'd be nice to have in between.
So basically, that's more the question: do we need more from them, or does it need to be done?
I guess needs to be done because there's literally one thing to do left, and like you said, you don't think we're gonna get it, and it's like.
And part of the reason I asked this question is because I feel like there is this sense that there's like a 50-50 of the fan base of like Star Wars is never gonna end, and I get that, but I do think parts of Star Wars needs to end.
I feel like they are weaning away from it already. Like I feel like after the
Filoni's fucking not.
I guess with the Maul announcement, but
to be fair,
but I think once you finish Maul and then you finish, well, I guess the issue is like with the Clone Wars is you could fucking do anything.
So that was the other thing I was gonna say is that I think if Filoni becomes the head, we will not see the end of them. I think if he
I don't
doesn't,
think-
I think there's a good shot we do.
I think there's a lot of good stuff we could see.
Yeah, but remember, it's not just Clone War stuff. I'm specifically Anakin, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka.
I mean, yeah.
I think Ahsoka's done. We don't need any more Ahsoka. Obi-Wan,
Well, what I mean with the Clone...
I think we should be done.
What I mean with the Clone Wars is, like, you could just make more battles. You know what I mean? That shit could be, like, you could just keep doing it.
We don't need ones with Ahsoka.
I didn't say we need it.
Like,
but
I
it's
could
like,
see some Kit Fisto, some Plo Koon, some Ki-Adi-Mundi. They give us some more on them. Like, Ki-Adi-Mundi was,
dude,
like, revived his planet.
we've said it in the last, like, fucking 5 episodes, I feel like. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. I have no thought for what I think's going to happen anymore. I'm just sitting here for the ride. I'm hoping there's good shit, and that's all I really care about. That's where I'm at this point.
All right.
So,
Any final thoughts besides that?
that was my final. That was a pretty good final thought.
All right. See you guys.